Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Bilkul Basic. In the last video, we studied about force. What is force? A force is basically a push or pull applied on an object when two bodies interact with each other. Or in short, we can say when two bodies interact with each other, force is produced. Now, on the basis of interaction, we have two situations. First, when the bodies are in contact with each other, and secondly, when the bodies are not in contact with each other. The force which is produced when the bodies are in contact with each other are contact forces, and the forces which are produced when the bodies are not in contact with each other are non-contact forces. We can easily think of the examples of contact forces in our daily lives. But do you know what are non-contact forces? Can you think of any example in which non-contact forces are applied? No. So we will study non-contact forces in our next video in detail. In this video, we are going to talk in detail about contact forces. To understand contact forces, let us do a simple activity. A jug full of water is in front of you and you want to drink water from it. What will you do? You will lift the jug through your hand and put the water in the glass, and then you will lift the glass and towards your mouth and drink the water. Can you observe anything from this activity? What we had to do is, we had to pick the jar, pour the water in the glass and drink it. In order to do this, you have to lift the jar, pour the water in the glass, lift the glass towards your mouth and drink it. In this, by lifting the jug and the glass, you are applying force. Since the jug and glass are in contact with your hands, therefore this type of force that you apply on jug and glass while lifting it is known as contact force. Now what is happening in this video? This video is also an example of contact force in which the person is using both his hands to drink water. Now let us take another example. Have you played the game of football? What do you do when you have to pass the ball from one player to another? Obviously you kick the ball using your foot. Which type of force is this? Can you tell me? What did we learn from the previous example is that in order to pass the football, the footballer uses force of his foot. Now since the ball is in contact with foot, this force is known as contact force. Let us see some other examples of contact force. For example, playing chess, pushing the table is also example of contact force. And which force is used when you pull the door of the refrigerator with your hand? This is also a contact force. In all the previous examples, students, did you notice one thing in common? That we are using the parts of our body to apply the force on any object. So, the force in which we use the parts of our body to apply force on any object is known as muscular force. This thing you have to remember. Students, in muscular force, we use our muscles which expand and contract to apply force in any object. Do you know that besides humans, animals can also apply muscular force? For example, in bullock cart, the muscular force applied by the bull is used to pull the cart that is attached on its back. Children, can you think of any other type of contact force? No. Chalo, let us discuss one example. Can you tell me why a moving ball comes to rest after some time? Why doesn't it keep on moving forever? No. Let us study why does this happen. Students, when the ball moves in forward direction, it is in contact with the ground. Since it is in the contact with ground, the ground applies a backward force on the ball due to which it comes to rest after some time. And this backward force is nothing but the force of friction that opposes the motion of any body. Can you think of some other practical examples of force of friction that we encounter in our daily life? The most common example is when we walk. When we walk, we push the ground backwards and as a result, the ground lets us move forward. This is nothing but force of friction. Let us see some other examples of force of friction. A teacher is able to write on the blackboard due to the force of friction between the chalk and the board. You are able to cycle on the road due to the force of friction between the tires of the cycle and the wrote, and you are able to lit the matchstick due to the force of friction between the matchstick box and the matchstick. Now students, in all the previous examples, the force of friction is applied on the solid surfaces. Do you know that force of friction exists on liquid surfaces too? Put stress on a brain and think of some example in which force of friction is applied on liquid. Yes students, while rowing the boat in water, we push the water backwards, and as a result of which the boat moves in forward direction. But what will happen when we will stop rowing the boat? The boat will come to rest because of force of friction between the surface of the water and the boat that are in contact with each other. So students, what do we conclude from all the previous examples? That force of friction is a contact force and is always applied when the two surfaces are in contact with each other. That's all for today. In the next video, we will study about non-contact forces.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass.